Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this is a big deal. We have got the Diablo 4 quarterly update dropping just about an hour ago. So I am going to give you the full breakdown. We're going to read through this in detail, and I will give you my live initial reaction to some of this stuff going on. Diablo 4 is a huge deal. Diablo 3, I believe, is a top 3 selling PC game of all time. And even if you play Diablo Immortal, Diablo 4 is going to be something that most of you are probably going to want to at least check out at the very minimum and play through the campaign. So whenever we get big news like this, we'll cover it here on the channel just to keep you in the loop. So let's get into it. Alrighty, now I did get some feedback from a few of you on the channel here that you would like me to go slower and really break this down in detail. As a content creator, we always have this ticking clock in our head. Like, am I boring the viewer? Am I taking too long? I need to hurry up here before people get bored and click off my video. So that's why I tend to like go and skip through and try to be quick for you. But ultimately, I'm happy to listen to feedback and cover things like this how you would like me to as a viewer. So in this one, I will go through and break it down for you, each paragraph, each sentence here individually, and keep you in the loop. So alrighty, we've got hello and welcome to our third Diablo 4 quarterly update of 2022. We hope you enjoyed the last quarter's dive into the playstyles of our final launch class, the necromancer. Necromancer are going to be one of the most popular classes in Diablo 4 for sure. It's always number 1 or number 2 in Diablo games. People love the necromancer, the summoning, and the skeletons, and everything around the vibe of the necro. That blog and our previous updates can be read here if you missed out, which, by the way, I always link to the source material down below. If you'd like to pull this up on your end, feel free. That link should be in the video description and also the pinned comment. Today, we will be talking about some of what's coming to Diablo 4 after the game ships. This is often referred to as a live service, and we have ambitious plans here. Our associate game director for live service, Joseph Piforia, and our director of project, Keegan Clark, are here to discuss details. Everything they describe is in addition to delivering the complete Diablo 4 experience, the rich endgame features you expect at launch, and regular expansions that continue the story. Many of you enjoy the seasons in Diablo 2, Resurrected, and Diablo 3, and have asked for more extensive season support. That is absolutely true. Diablo 3 is night and day compared to when it released. It was trash on release. Now it's a really solid game. I would say on release, it was like a 2 out of 10. Now it's like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. It's not perfect. There's still some things that could definitely be addressed, but Diablo 3 is a very solid game now, and the seasons are a lot of fun. The reason I wouldn't give Diablo 3 a 10 is because the seasons, it's hard to keep people interested longer than like a couple weeks. They do get really stale and really boring. That's a challenge for any game. It's really difficult. The exciting part is when things are fresh, when things are new, when things are progressing fast. It's the same thing in any game, like in Minecraft or Valheim. The most fun is when you start a new server and you're starting from scratch and you're building up. And then when you're 50 to 100 hours in, it starts to become kind of a slog, and it's not quite as fun as it is at the very beginning to capture that magic. And they go on to say that they also agree one of the most fun ways to play Diablo is through seasons. So we're making the first one available soon after launch and building a dedicated team to bring you up to 4 seasons a year, each with major new features, quest lines, enemies, legendary items, and more. That is amazing news. Having seasons pretty close to right out the gate in Diablo 4 is critical for the game's success. Diablo 3 lost a ton of players because they took, I think it was like 2 or 3 years to start doing seasons. And by then, a lot of people had moved on and they were never coming back. You got to get this stuff right. In 2022, there's too many thousands of games out there. People have too many options. The mobile industry and everything, people's attention spans are shorter than ever with social media and everything that people have at their fingertips. You've got to get this right out the gate, and this is huge news, and it makes it very much more likely that they will get it right. Diablo 4's seasons are modeled after those in Diablo 3. Great news. Diablo 3 seasons are fun for the most part. When a new season begins, all the characters from the prior season are moved to the Eternal Realm, where you can keep playing, leveling up, and collecting loot. To play in the new season, you'll create a fresh character and experience the new seasonal features and content while leveling up alongside other players. This, along with capping Paragon points in Diablo 4, ensures that your effort and skill, measured by both dexterity and theory crafting, determine how powerful your character becomes. It also allows players who missed the last season to participate. The season is designed to require that all sources of character power come from playing the game, so you will not be able to pay for power in Diablo 4. Again, there's a lot to unpack here, or to unpack. So they are confirming you will not be able to pay for power. That's a very broad statement. You know, are they going to go the Path of Exile route and sell quality of life stuff like more stash space and stuff like that? Are they going to be selling cosmetics? They're going to be, looks like they're going to be going that direction, not selling like bonus XP or gear or legendary gems like in Diablo Immortal. So I think all in all, if they implement this the right way, it's a good thing, obviously. I am a little bit worried about caps in a game, capping Paragon points in Diablo 4. You know, it could be a good thing. Some people are going to like that. I think that's a slippery slope because you don't want to get into a situation where the people have like a 6-hour play session and they get nothing for it because they're capped on Paragon and they didn't find anything that was an upgrade, and that really discourages people and makes them quit. So yeah, I don't know what to think about that. We're gonna have to see that in game. We're gonna have to see how the system functions before I can give you a detailed breakdown on how I feel about that, but I'm a little bit neutral on that. Then they say you can read about our monetization philosophy below, along with details on how the cosmetic shop and optional season pass support and enhance seasons. We hope you enjoy this update and look forward to your thoughts and reactions. Later this year, we'll be testing our end game systems. We'll also be testing features that enable players to have completed the game's campaign to flag it as completed for new characters. They create and allow characters on the Eternal Realm to continue or to contribute to seasonal progress. Oh my goodness, that's good to hear. Drives me nuts when these games like Path of Exile force you to do the campaign over and over and over and over. Diablo 3 spoiled me with adventure mode, where you do the campaign once and you're good. You can create a seasonal character and you can just go start slaying demons and progressing and farming with your friends. Drives me nuts when games force you to do these campaigns relentlessly and endlessly. So that is definitely good news. We're grateful to have you with us on this journey. Thank you for playing the games that we make. Then the next paragraph, hello, heroes of Sanctuary. My name is Joe. Sorry, Joe. I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong, but I promise I'm not trying to. Pyfiora, the associate game director responsible for game systems and our live service. Today, I finally get to talk about our high-level plans for Diablo 4's seasonal content updates. We are in the exciting position of delivering the high-quality quarterly releases Diablo 4 deserves. As our game director, Joe Shelley, noted earlier, we are pursuing a seasonal reset structure for our live game. Diablo is a game about choice and possibility. We feel it is at its best when you get a clean slate to start from a season. I definitely agree. Picking a class, customizing your build, and chasing down items that support it along the way. This affords us several advantages, and chief among them is that we really shake the box of Diablo 4 with each season, creating unique experiences with each of our quarterly releases. Then we've got new content. This looks amazing, by the way. I love that aesthetic. That's a perfect aesthetic for a Diablo zone. We think it's important that players see that the game is changing in meaningful ways. Each season will be released with a fresh new gameplay feature and questline that introduces new challenges, mysteries, and possibilities into the level up experience. This is something players should begin to experience before the end of their first hour of play. One of the benefits of our seasonal direction is that it enables fun, new ways to play throughout your character's progression. Each season's new questline will reveal more of the world of Sanctuary and your character's place in it. Here we get an opportunity to introduce new champions or revisit old ones while exploring the lore and content of the season. Next up is refreshing the meta. Look at this. So this looks like a massive Paragon tree. This is giving me Path of Exile vibes. I know some people get put off by this. It's really important for Blizzard to make this both robust but also easy to understand. That's a hard line to walk. They've got the glyphs over here on the side, the different stats, strength, intelligence, willpower, and dexterity, and then you can go down different paths to unlock different things on the Paragon tree is what this looks like. Diablo 4 is a vast game. We want to ensure that we are keeping existing content and features in place where they remain fun and challenging to participate in. To that end, we will always be evaluating the state of the game to regularly revitalize older stomping grounds. One clear example here is looking at the relative balance between classes, builds, and powers. Diablo is a game that is about creating exciting, overpowered builds, and while we don't want to balance the fun out of the experience, we don't want to create situations, imprecise tuning, squash creativity. We will also be constantly adding new legendary and unique items, Paragon boards, glyphs, and more that will continually refresh the meta and create new build opportunities. Then we've got live events. Sanctuary is a living world filled with people, creatures, and factions striving to meet their own ends. Attentive players should be on the lookout for new live events that will crop up each season. An example of a live event that might be warning of an impending invasion of the drowned, which may last a weekend, or the arrival of a strange peddler amidst the crags, the dry steppes. Uh-oh, will that be Wirt? These events provide gateways to new adventures and unique rewards. Now, my trepidation on this is if they're gonna have world events, that probably means server locks. Like in Diablo Immortal, where you've got 150 different servers and it's really hard to meet new people because everybody is so segmented. In Diablo 3, it was so amazing because if you met someone like in a Twitch stream or a YouTube comment section or out in the real world, oh, you play Diablo 3? If you met someone, you instantly knew you could play together. Hey, add my battle tag when you get home and we'll fire up a game tonight. You can't do that in a game like Diablo Immortal because it's like, oh, what server are you on? Yeah, well, we can't play together. So my only fear is that you're really going to gate people from playing together. I think that's what made the Diablo 3 seasons so much fun, is you could meet people and instantly group up. Open world events mean probably server locks and lots of them. So that is going to be a timid point for me because I really want everybody to be able to play together and group up with someone they meet very easily. Then Season Journey. Alongside our major season releases, we see the return of the Season Journey. Players are pushed to explore Sanctuary anew, earning limited time rewards with each chapter of the Season Journey that is completed. Completing the Season Journey is quite a feat, with the final step demanding the character overcome an extremely difficult encounter with an especially deadly foe. With future Season Journeys, we are regularly adding pinnacle level difficulty challenges for players to complete, proving their worth and earning unique cosmetic rewards. Besides, like Diablo 3, the Season Journey is free to all players. Completing seasonal journey objectives also grants progress towards the Season Pass, a new feature with a battle pass style progression that advances alongside the seasonal journey, enabling players to earn more rewards just by playing. The Season Pass has both free rewards and okay, this will be important. The Season Pass has both free rewards, cosmetics, premium currency, and gameplay boosts. And paid rewards. Okay, yep, so they're going with the normal model of a battle pass that breaks down into a free version and a premium version. And I like a lot of people are going to hate that, but the game has to earn some sort of sustained revenue. Otherwise, they can't justify putting resources at it for seasons. So the seasons have to generate at least a little bit of money. And this is one of the better ways to do it if you're going to do it, to have a seasonal pass where it's free. You can play the season completely free, but you can also contribute to the developers by buying the premium pass. It just depends how much you get for that, and not making it like pay to win, but it is kind of like a pseudo subscription to keep breathing life into the game and keep justifying support for it. Then it looks like they'll describe the season pass a little bit more. Hey everyone, I'm Keegan Clark, Director of Product for Diablo 4, here to talk about our approach to live service monetization in Diablo 4. As we've discussed previously, Diablo 4 will be a full price game, so full price means $40 to $60, somewhere in there. With a cosmetic shop and a season pass, none of which provide any pay for power options. Our goal in designing our in-game purchases is that we want to create beautiful things which add players' experience of the game. Add value to the player's experience. The scale of Diablo 4 seasons is much more ambitious than what we've done in the past on Diablo 3, with a large development team dedicated to seasons after launch, a full team dedicated to just seasons. Diablo 4 will be supported by an army of developers for years to come. With all of the exciting plans we have for seasons, we want them to be enjoyed by everyone, regardless of whether they buy anything from the shop. I'm grateful for the opportunity to finally share more with the community about our live service model. Seasons will add new gameplay, quests, challenges, meta changes, and quality of life improvements. The Season Pass recognizes players' dedication with greater rewards unlocking as you play more throughout the season. There will be a single track of rewards with free tiers that are unlocked just by playing the game and leveling, and premium tiers which provide no in-game power or advantage over other players. The free tiers of the pass will provide gameplay boosts to all players, things which make the journey of leveling up a fresh seasonal character faster and more streamlined. In contrast, the premium tier rewards are focused on aesthetics, providing a high value in the form of cosmetics and premium currency. Many of the rewards embody the seasonal theme, helping players show off their participation in that season. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be multiple tiers of the season pass, and then you're going to get premium currency. But as of right now, it looks like you can only spend that premium currency on cosmetics. Now, usually in games when you see premium currency, like these mobile games that have gems or diamonds or crystals, or in Diablo Immortal where you have platinum, typically there's some pay to win mechanics associated with that. As of right now, all I'm seeing here is cosmetics offered in the shop, or at least that's what they're saying so far. The season pass awards free season boost. They are really driving that home. You can tell. You can tell they've got You can tell they've got like post-traumatic stress syndrome over the relentless hate they get for anything being pay to win in RPGs. Most of it rightfully so, but you can tell they are really driving this home like 12 times. Free. They're even underlining it. Free season boost. So boost accelerate players' progress during the season. For example, a season boost might accelerate XP earned to make leveling multiple characters within a season faster because they affect gameplay. Season boosts are free rewards for all players. We want to be clear that players can't unlock season boosts more quickly through purchases. They've literally said it like 4 times in this one paragraph. So there is no way to unlock by spending money. That's 5. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. Okay, so yeah, the people freaking out on Twitter and Reddit have broken Blizzard, and they are saying the same thing 5 times in one paragraph. Players can purchase tiers, but they won't speed up getting season boosts. Players can't upgrade a season boost by purchasing tiers. This is crazy because they'll also have to earn milestones to apply them. All other tier rewards can be unlocked instantly by purchasing tiers. In other words, there's no way to shortcut season boost by buying tiers. Okay, we're up to like 8 times in this one little section where they clarified that. So very interesting there. The season journey accelerates season pass progression. While any playstyle can progress through the season pass, min-maxers can focus on season journey and objectives to advance more quickly. Then we get a look at the shop. Okay. Looks like character select, cosmetics, okay, and they're selling. So yeah, you get your currency, you can spend on different skins and stuff for different classes. Okay, the way we approached designing the shop and the cosmetics within it was by thinking about the experience we want players to have. We want buying things to feel good before, during, and after the purchase. So if players choose to buy something, it should be because they want to, not because they feel like they have to. It should also be clear to players exactly what they are getting before they choose to buy, with no unpleasant surprises. So that means things like RNG, like loot boxes and stuff like that. The shop cosmetics build on top of a foundation of a huge variety of transmogs from weapons and armors players will find in game. It's also important to us that the shop is grounded within Diablo's world, so our cosmetics are holistic fantasies, the individual components of which can be mixed and matched with transmogs from armors acquired in game for endless customization options. Let's talk more about what players can expect. The shop sells cosmetics for premium currency. Cosmetics give players even more options to customize the visual appearance of their characters. Nothing offered in the shop grants direct or indirect gameplay advantage. That's like number 12. So while many of these may look like powerful pieces of gear, they have no in-game stance. That's like number 13. Okay, very nice. There's a screen capture of the of like a purchase you would do probably for like a necromancer right there. The shop is optional. Players can experience all core and seasonal gameplay features without spending money. That's like number 14. Our goal is for players to enjoy going to the shop, buy something when it catches their fancy, and walk away happy with what they bought. The shop is transparent. It's important that players know exactly what to expect before making a purchase. We've built a preview functionality that enables players to closely examine every detail of the cosmetic on their own characters before deciding to make the purchase. That's pretty cool. I like that. The best looking cosmetics aren't exclusive to the shop. Diablo 4 will ship with hundreds of transmogs available from drops in game, including dozens of armor sets of the highest visual quality. There are incredible pieces, unique and legendary quality items for players to find without ever going into the shop. The shop offers more diversity of choices, not systemically better choices. Okay, and there's a couple of examples of some of the aesthetics. I'd say it fits within the Diablo theme. Very like dark medieval fantasy. I like that antler bow. That's pretty cool. I like that. Armor transmogs in the shop are usable on characters are usable on all characters of that class. Many of the cosmetics in the shop are class-specific fantasies, which wouldn't necessarily make sense visually on other classes. Once you unlock a cosmetic from the shop for a given class, you can use it on every character of that class on your account. There are special cosmetics exclusive to the season pass that will celebrate the theme of the season and look similar across all classes. The most important guiding principle behind the shop season pass is to create something players love, look forward to, and appreciate being part of the game. Cosmetics in Diablo 4 create new ways for players to express themselves and never provide advantages in game. That's like number 15. Players will experience all fun of seasons, whether they spend anything or not. That's like 16. We intend to continue our dialogue with players about the shop and season pass. We'll always listen and seek out the community's feedback about it. It is our sincerest belief that we can work together with the community to keep Diablo 4 a living, evolving world for many years to come. Thanks for reading. We'll be sharing more soon. Then we've got closing thoughts. Wrapping up this quarterly update blog, we want players to take comfort in knowing Diablo 4 will continue to evolve its offerings post-launch. The introduction of new seasons alongside live events and returning season journey will work in tandem to breathe variety into the game while also reinforcing its core principle, empowering players to experience Sanctuary as they see fit. We cannot wait for you to explore these systems in the future. So, okay, looks like that is going to be the quarterly update for Diablo 4. I would say all in all, very positive. I love how they're going to have seasons pretty much right out the gate. We're not going to have to wait like 2 or 3 years for that. We've got a dedicated team, 2 seasons, and you can obviously tell that whoever was overseeing this quarterly update, you can really tell they drove home the point. They were like, make sure when you write that blog, you put in there that players will not be able to purchase an advantage and the game will not be pay to win, because they said it like 15 to 20 times. So you could tell that was a definite focus. And to be fair, it should be, because there's been a lot of backlash with Blizzard because of Diablo Immortal, and you can tell they're really trying their best to be like, hey, Diablo 4 is going to be different. It's going to be, you know, the RPG skillful grinding type experience that Diablo fans are used to, and Diablo Immortal is a separate thing, more tailored to the free-to-play mobile market. But like I said while going over this, I'm a little bit timid about the in-game like real world events going on, because like we didn't have stuff like that in Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Like you can't show up with 1,000 players and fight a boss together in Diablo 2 or Diablo 3. Now those events are super cool. I like them, but the trade-off is, when you do that, because of technological limitations, you can't have 150,000 players in one event on screen. It just doesn't work. So they have to segment the game into servers when they do stuff like that. And I can tell you, in my experience, like running a team and interacting with communities and stuff and meeting new people, it was a lot more fun on Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 than Diablo Immortal. So the segmentation of servers really scares me. I'm going to be interested to see how many servers they're going to have, how segmented players are going to be, what those events are going to look like. Do they do it in a way where like you create games together, create lobbies so they can get around that and still just have like North America, South America, Europe, Asia type thing where we're not horribly segmenting players? I'm going to be really curious to follow the development of that. But all in all, very cool, and most of the stuff is very positive. So let me know what you think down below. I will also link, like I said in the intro, I'll link to this post if you want to be able to pull it up. You can find that down there. And also remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Diablo Immortal and Diablo in general content that we'll cover in the channel here to keep you in the loop. So as always, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.